Howdy folks, this is Josh Geiger with Hybrid Energetics, and today I'm going to talk about and demonstrate a handful of ways to increase intensity with body weight movements. This video is going to act as an addition to the last video where I addressed one of the main mistakes people make when trying to build muscle. That mistake is simply not working out hard enough. So in that video I described a strategy to increase intensity using body weight movements by modifying the foundational movements. But I didn't go into much detail, so that's what this video is going to be all about. All right, let's hop right into it. The two strategies I'm going to describe in this video are weight loading and accommodating resistance. Weight loading is just how it sounds. It's where we lean our body weight into one direction or another in order to load that body weight onto an isolated muscle group. For example, with push-ups, we're going to lean our weight forward. That's going to put a lot of strain on the delts and the chest because we're actually loading more of our body weight over our arms and our chest. Another example is with squats. As we approach being able to do one-legged squats, also called pistol squats, first we start to load our weight onto one leg or another. Accommodating resistance is where we load our body weight into a position that brings us to the limit of our strength, where we are unable to completely go through the full range of motion. And then we do another movement that accommodates us to be able to go through that full range of movement. So we're at our max through the whole range of motion. Now with push-ups, this may look like if we lean forward into a loaded position, it may mean that as we go up, we're straining, we're struggling, we lean back just enough to where we can go through the full range of movement. And then with pull-ups, that may look like we're holding onto the bar and we pull with one arm as hard as we can. We're really isolating all of our body weight to one arm, and so we're pulling as hard as we can with one arm, and we're just helping ourselves just enough with the other arm in order to go through the full range of movement. And the goal here with accommodating resistance is to do one solid rep. Now I like to do one solid rep for 3 repetitions, so basically 3 sets. But yeah, the goal is to just push yourself to the max. Get that one solid rep with one arm, one solid rep with the other arm, take a rest. Go through your workout, come back to your pull-ups and do it again. You're trying to get that one maxed out rep. So that's accommodating resistance. And now I'm gonna demonstrate some of these movements in action. I'm going to demonstrate a few different variations for each type of movement here, going from lowest to highest difficulty. This is a weight loading modification for the standard push-up. You're going to lean your weight forward over your hands and then proceed to do the push-up. You're going to feel a great deal of extra strain on the delts, arms, and chest with this modification. You may notice some strain on the back side of your wrist. To remedy this, just turn your hands out a little bit. This is another weight loading modification for the push-up. You can use this for multiple variations of push-up. This is where we elevate the feet, loading more of the weight over the arms, shoulders, and chest. The higher you lift your feet, the more weight is going to be loaded over the upper body. Also, the more you elevate your feet, the more you will engage your upper chest, shoulders, and traps. A wall-facing handstand push-up is taking elevation to the max, where you're loading all of your weight over the hands. This movement is highly engaging for the upper chest, the shoulders, and the trapezius muscles. And the next progression of this movement is the freestanding handstand push-up. As you can see, this is the limit of my strength at the moment. Some days I can go through the full range of motion, but today wasn't one of them. This is not a weight loading or accommodating resistance movement, but is definitely a strategy worth noting. This is a reverse grip, super slow pull-up. The strategy is to do the movement. It can be any movement. For this, it's a reverse grip pull-up, and do it as slowly as you can. You'll notice it's highly engaging for all the muscles involved in this movement. you will be able to do far fewer reps if done slowly and controlled like this. This is a weight loading exercise called the Archer pull-up. As you can see, I'm loading my weight to one side or another, pulling with greater intensity on one arm than the other. I finish it out with one more burnout rep at the end, and then I engage another strategy. So I jump back on the bar, I do another rep or two, then I come down, I take 5 deep breaths, and then I jump back on the bar, and I do pull-ups until I burn out again. Then I jump back down, take another 5 deep breaths, and I do this a few times until I'm spent. This is an example of accommodating resistance. This is a forward-facing pull-up, isolating as much weight as possible onto one arm. As you can see, I'm pulling as much weight as I possibly can using one arm while helping myself just enough with the other to go through the full range of motion. And this is accommodating resistance for the reverse grip pull-up. The goal is to get one solid repetition per arm, and then I like to repeat this for 3 sets through my workout. This is a weight loading exercise for the standard squat. All we're doing here is we're loading more of our weight over one leg than the other, and then going through the full range of the squat. Here's another variation of the squat where we take a wide stance. This allows us to load more of our weight over one leg while also giving us a nice stretch to the inside of the thigh. Now as you get stronger, your wide stance squat will start to look more like this. I'm loading more of my weight over one leg and I'm lifting my foot off the ground as I come up out of the squat. This is how your squats will begin to look as you approach being able to do pistol squats, as I'll demonstrate next. This is how we utilize accommodating resistance to achieve the pistol squat. We can use a chair, or a pole, or a rail, or in this case, I found a small little wall, and we go down into the pistol squat, and then as we push up with our leg, we accommodate ourselves with our hand just enough to go through the full range of motion. And this is what a proper pistol squat looks like. I was amazed that I was able to achieve the pistol squat in less than 4 months using accommodating resistance. And now after practicing for a couple of years, I can achieve 20 in a row on each leg. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you feel like you could use a little more assistance and direction in setting up your workout, please hop on over to the Hybrid Energetics Facebook group, go to the files section, and download the Level 1 workout routine. You can also find the Whole Food Plant-Based Transition program I have uploaded there. If you feel like you could use a little more help after that, let's hop on a phone call and talk about setting you up with a custom strategy to help you achieve all your fitness goals. As always, wishing you the best of health.